What's up everyone, Joseph here. In this video, we're going to take a look at the grammar that is on page 81 of the book. That's page 81 on unit 12. Present perfect continuous. So the present perfect continuous is used to describe an action that started in the past and continues into the present. Let's see some examples. I have been working, excuse me. I have been working 2 jobs for the last 6 months. She has been driving for 2 hours. You have been watching TV since 3 p.m. So, like stated here, an action that started in the past and continues into the present. I have been working 2 jobs for the last 6 months. 6 months ago, this action started, and this person started working 2 jobs, and it continues until today. She has been driving for 2 hours. She has been driving for 2 hours. Uh, this action started 2 hours ago and continues until now. It says started in the past and continues to the present. You have been watching TV since 3 p.m. The action started at 3 p.m. and continues till now. So, the present perfect continuous can also be used without a time expression to describe an activity that started in the past but that is still in progress. For example, I've been trying to become an actor. He's been trying to become an actor. This started in the past and it's still it's still happening today. It started in the past and continues until this day. He's been trying to become an actor uh, since uh, since a long time ago, maybe, or maybe since a year ago, uh, for some time. So, and they've been reading the book. They've been reading the book, started in the past, and they are still reading it today. He's been looking at her. He's been looking at her for some time, since he came into contact with her probably. The thing is that we don't have to use a time expression to use the present perfect continuous. So the use is similar to the normal present perfect, and their use is sometimes interchangeable. Let's take a look. I have worked in that hotel for 2 years. I have been working in that hotel for 2 years. The focus on the normal present perfect is the time that has passed between the moment it started and today. And here the focus is on the action that's been going on for that period of time. But if we don't use time expressions, for example, today for 2 years, since that day, the meaning of the present perfect continuous is of something more recent and urgent. Let's see some examples. I have slept in that hotel. When you say that, you are kind of saying that you have slept in that hotel in your life. But when you say I have been sleeping in that hotel, it's of something more recent. It's of something that happened lately. I have been sleeping in that hotel. When you say that, it means like, well, he might have been sleeping for 2 days, 1 month, but you don't imagine that he's talking about his life, but something that's been happening lately. And I have slept in that hotel when, well, I have slept in that hotel. You could say that you have slept in your life 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or even a month ago. But when you say like this, you're saying that this happened very recently. I've studied Arabic, again, in your life. 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 5 years ago, 1 year ago, 1 month ago, and even 15 days ago, but it's not often used like this. I have studied Arabic. If it's very recent, you could use it, but it's not very common to use it like this. But if you say, I've been studying Arabic, it's something recent, something that happened recently. I've been studying Arabic. So notice how the meaning changes when we add a time expression. I've studied Arabic since I was 10 years old. I've been studying Arabic since I was 10 years old. We add a time expression and the meaning is kind of similar, kind of the same. It's kind of the same thing when you use a time expression. If we don't use it, then here it's the present perfect continuous is used for something recent. And if you use the present perfect, the normal present perfect is something that can happen in your lifetime. So remember that for is used when specifying the amount of time. For example, how long? I have been studying for 3 years. So this started 3 years ago and it's continuing until today. We have been playing video games for a couple of hours. This started 2 hours ago and it continues today. So when specifying the amount of time, here we're specifying that it's been for 3 hours and here a couple of hours. And since is used when specifying the starting point. When you are specifying the moment it started, then you use since. I have been studying since 2 p.m. This started at 2 p.m. and continues until now. We have been playing video games since this afternoon. This started in the afternoon, at some time in the afternoon, and it continues till now. So let's take a look at the structures. And first, the structure for present perfect. We know the structure for present perfect. Subject, the auxiliary have or has, the past participle of the verb, and the complement. They have visited that country. We know the structure. So now let's take a look at the structure for the present perfect continuous in the positive form. Subject, have or has, the auxiliary have or has, been, which is the past participle of be, and now we use a gerund, a normal gerund, verb plus ing, and the complement. I have been trying to eat more healthy. Subject, I have been, the gerund of the verb try, and then the complement. She has been cleaning all day, same structure. He's been doing judo for 6 months. They've been trying to buy the car for some time now. Now the negative form. Subject, have or has, not, been, a verb plus ing, the gerund, and the complement. I have not been trying to eat more healthy. Subject, the auxiliary have, the negative not, the uh, the past participle of be, being, the gerund, and the complement. And these other sentences have the same structure. Yes and no question. The auxiliary have or has, the subject, the past participle of be, being, the gerund, and the complement, and the question mark. Have you been trying to eat more healthy? Have, the auxiliary have, the subject, been, the gerund, trying, and the complement. Short answers. Yes, subject, and the auxiliary have or has. Yes, we have. No, we haven't. For the negative, no. Subject, have or has, and not. And do not forget about the comma here. The WH questions. WH word, have or has, the subject, and the past participle of being, the gerund, and the complement. What have you been eating lately? Where has she been cleaning lately? WH word, have or has, subject, being, the gerund, and the complement, and of course, the question mark. So this is the end of the video. I will see you on the next one.